All right, headphones, please. Please. You don't got headphones, do you? Sure? All right. Now, there we go. Oh. You don't got one in your... Yeah. So, real quick, we're just going to do a warm-up and I'm going to let you work. But you need to actually take your ear. Thank you so much. Here we go. Now, a couple things I want you to notice on here. First off, there are 3 things that I'm about to put in the grade book. Headphones, please. 3 things are going to go in the grade book. Proving lines are parallel, slope practice, parallel perpendicular lines. That's what they look like, okay? This you got yesterday, 1 through 16. That's all you got to do. This you got Thursday, Friday. It's just one-sided. Do the whole thing. All right, and then Tuesday, Wednesday of last week is this one, proving lines are parallel. Okay, these are all going in for next class, and I'll give you an updated grade sheet. Sound good? Those are the 3. This is what they look like. These are the dates. This is the numbers you got to do. All right. What's happening on Thursday? Test. Big grade. It'll help you or it'll hurt you, depending on how you do, right? I want it to help you, so it's very important that you know what you're doing. That's why we have a review day, okay? Some of us don't take the review seriously, but you should, especially this time, okay? If your grade is already kind of mid to low, you want this test grade to be high, okay? Now that's the last new grade of the 9 weeks, and then we have a whole week to kind of get right. Make sure that we're passing and everything, okay? Well, first, before we get started today, finishing yesterday's assignment, let's do this warm-up. This is a reminder on how to do this from what we did yesterday in the notes. Please. After the warm-up, jam out, okay? Is everyone looking up here? All right, number 1, I need to find the slopes of AB, find the slope of CD, and then tell me what kind of lines they are. Now, what's that formula to find slope? Do y'all remember? You wrote it on the notes yesterday, and you had it on your notes and assignment last week. Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. Does that look familiar? Okay, you got to use that, know how to use it. So we're going to find first AB. So let's go and write AB. Put a fraction bar. Okay. And then we're going to do Y2 minus Y1. So 0 minus -2 over X2 minus X1, -2 minus -5. So first, are you able to write those out? Because then step 2 is, do you know how to type it in correctly? Turn it on, new document, press Control Enter, and type it in. Now look, I already have these on here. That first one, when I type it out, and I press Enter, I get 2/3. Okay? Are you able to type this in and get 2/3? Okay? I hope so. If not, I'll help you out. Let me know. So AB gives me 2/3. That's not it, because now you have to find CD and compare them. So for CD, go ahead and write a fraction bar. And we're going to do Y2 minus Y1 using the C and the D numbers. So Y2 minus Y1. So -1 minus -3 over X2 minus X1, 3 minus 0. Are you able to write that out? What, are you mad? Don't be mad, it's just math. And then can you go to your calculator, type it in, 1 minus -3 over 3 minus 0 gives you, when I typed it in earlier, I got 2 over 3, okay? Everyone see how I'm getting these numbers. I'm using the formula, right? Right? I'm putting it in, typing them in. Now, that second one for CD, I got 2/3. Now, let's compare. What do you notice about these two slopes? They're the same. Same slope. So that means those two lines are what? Parallel. Does everyone know from yesterday's notes, if the slopes are the same, then the lines are parallel. Go ahead and write that down. Parallel. You got to know that. How to find a slope and then compare them. If they're the same, they're parallel. Now, number 2, same idea. Find BC. So we have not done BC yet. So I'm going to have to make a new fraction for BC. Draw a fraction bar using only B and C, y2 minus y1, negative 3 minus 0, over x2 minus x1, 0 minus negative 2. Can you type that in and get your slope? So when I typed it in earlier, off to the side here, you can see I got negative 3 over 2 for BC. And then CD, didn't we already find CD over here? Okay, so I already know what CD is. It's 2 over 3. So I have my two slopes. Here's the question. Are they the same? Negative 3 over 2, 2 over 3, not the same. So they're not parallel. So my other options are either perpendicular or neither. Now for perpendicular, what are the two things that have to happen? Perpendicular changes what about them? What? The sign. So did the positive, negative sign change? The first one is negative, the second one's positive. Yeah, that's good. That's not it. What else has to happen to the fraction? It has to flip. 3 over 2, 2 over 3. Did it flip? It did. So this has both changes. It changed the sign and flipped the fraction. Since it's both changes, we're going to write what? Perpendicular. Okay? Do you see how to tell? First of all, do you know how to find slope? And then now, do you see how to tell if it's parallel or perpendicular? If they're not the same and it's not both of those changes, then that's when you would write neither. Okay? Now, this time I'm giving you is to finish the assignment from yesterday, the one from Thursday, Friday, the one from Tuesday, Wednesday. These are what they look like. These are the numbers you do. If you finish all that, okay, it would be smart to get ahead on your review. So look right here, big stack of papers. You can already get your review that we're going to do tomorrow. It would be a good idea to get ahead, just saying. The only other thing you might be doing is if you still need to do corrections on a quiz or a test, I'm going to get that to you, okay? So make sure you're doing what you need to do, and if I give you something to do, you do that first, and you turn it in before you leave, and do not take it home. All right, hold on. Let's get started.